Hello everyone, welcome to Economics Fundamentals. In today's class, we are going to start the fourth chapter of Indian economic development, which is known as poverty. So, we have completed the sixth unit so far, which constituted three chapters, and now we are going to start the seventh unit, which is known as current challenges facing the Indian economy. Now, poverty states the people who are unable to fulfill their basic needs such as food, clothing, and shelter. Poverty is mainly of two types: absolute poverty and relative poverty. Absolute poverty means the people who are really poor, who are unable to fulfill their basic needs, and relative poverty or relatively poor are those people who are relatively poor in comparison to others. Like for examples, some people are having cars and some people are having only motorcycles. So those who are having motorcycles, they are relatively poor in comparison to those who are having car with themselves. So Indian population are very poor from a long time. If we talk about the 1973-74, the 55% of the total population was living below poverty, and in 2011 and 12 this percentage goes down, and still the 22% of the total population is living under the poverty line. Poverty is not a big problem towards the India only. It is a very big problem towards the world, where 300 million people are living below the poverty line. And in India it is 22%, or more than 1/5 of the world's poor are living in India only. It's a very big problem. As we can identify the poor, so the two scholars Shaheen Rafiq Khan and Damian Killen, they have given the causes or the identification of poverty in a nutshell. They said that poverty is hunger. Poverty is being sick and not able to see the doctor. Poverty is a fear for the future, having food once in a day. Poverty is helplessness. Poverty is lack of freedom and representation. So like this we can identify the poverty. Now the question arises, who are the poor? So to identify the poor, it may vary from country to country. Well, dear learners, poverty is a kind of topic which is very comprehensive and very elaborating. But here we are restricting ourselves towards the +2 syllabus only. So because in country to country, because having a car in India is a luxury itself, but having a car in America is a necessary goods. There lots of people are having car, so it may be vary. So here we are talking about an Indian perspective only. So as I have written here, the economist identified the poor into two types. There I have written the rural poor and the urban poor. Okay, so rural peoples can be identified the people who are landless laborers. Here we can put the people like the landless laborer. Okay, and the people with small land holdings, people with small land holdings. Okay, people with the small land holdings, and tenants, farmers as well, those who do farming on a rent and they give the rent to the landowners as well. So tenant farmers as well. In urban poor, we can say the city dwellers, the street vendors, you can say street vendors, and casual laborers, mainly in city areas or urban areas, the population consisted when during the 1990 or 91 there was an overflow from the rural poor people. They migrated towards the urban areas in search of better employment, alternative employment as well. So they overflowed and they increased the number of urban poor there. As I have mentioned here, that in 73-74 the more than 80% poor population resided in rural areas only, and in 2011-12 when the ratio of poor came down and it became 22% from 55%, but there was no no greater change in the rural poors. So still rural poor are consisting more than 3/4 part of the total poor population. Then we came to know how are the poor people identified. So poor can be identified mainly in two types: those who are poor and those who are not poor. Those who are poor, they can be subdivided into like the absolute poor, very poor, and poor as well. As I have written here, the absolutely poor, those who are really poor, the absolutely poor, and very poor, those who are very poor and poor. So they have written in the decreasing order. This I have drawn the poverty line. This is the poverty line. From the left to this line, the peoples are poor, and for the right to this line, the people are not poor. They can also be subdivided into middle class, rich, very rich, millionaire, billionaires. So here we can identify like this: people, those who are not so poor, the middle class people. Middle class can also be divided into two parts: the lower middle, the upper middle as well. Then the rich people are there, then very rich, then millionaires or billionaires are there. So this we can divide the people of the country into mainly two parts, and which has also their subdivided parts also. So you can pause the video to note it down, then I will tell you some more points related to this. So learners, when we categorizing the poor or when we categorizing the poverty, so we came to know there are three types of poor. Those who are very chronic, the chronic poor. As I have mentioned here, this line goes like a poverty line. This is known as the line of poverty or the poverty line. So poverty line is going like this, and these are the people who are always living below this line. So they are always poor, and they usually poor because as you see with the graph or the diagram that it is going upward only once, and most of the time it is keeping below this poverty line. So they are usually poor. Then these together will form the people who are chronically poor. Then we see the trends of this diagram. It is zigzag, and sometime it is going upwards, and then it is going downwards, then upward, then downward. So these people are called the churning poor, and in the another diagram the people are occasionally poor because they are poor at only once, and most of the time they are above the poverty line. So they are occasionally poor, and these two constitute the transient poor, means they move here and there. And then there is a diagram which shows the people who are never poor. So they are called non-poor. So when we categorize the poverty, we categorize them into three parts: the chronic poor, those who are always poor or usually poor; then transient poor, those who change their status; and non-poor, who are never poor. Then the question arises how to determine the poverty line. In India, the poverty line can be determined in two ways. First is on the basis of consumption expenditure. Okay, कंजम्पशन लेवल पर वी डिफाइन द पॉवर्टी एज इन रूरल एरियाज it has been fixed the 2400 calories intake. Those who take this much of calories, they are termed as non-poors. So the people who are getting below this level of calories, they are termed as poors. Okay, in rural areas. In urban areas, it has been decided that the people who are getting the 2100 and above calories, they are termed as non-poor, and those who are getting below this level of calories, they are termed as poors. You can see that the amount of calories is less than the amount of calories in rural areas. In urban areas it is less. Why this so? Because in urban areas manual efforts are required, less manual efforts are required in comparison to rural areas. In rural areas it is expected that more people are engaged in more physical work, because mainly the farming activity is the main occupation there only. So that is why the more calories have been fixed over there, along with the minimum non food expenditure. सो इसको हम पॉवर्टी लाइन कहते हैं. यहाँ पर फिक्स होती है रूरल एरियाज़ में, जहाँ 2400 और कुछ मिनिमम नॉन फूड एक्सपेंडिचर के साथ इतना कैलोरी अगर इनटेक है तो वो पुअर नहीं है. अर्बन एरियाज़ में 2100 है तो वो पुअर नहीं है. लेकिन 2011 और 12 में हमने एक और क्राइटेरिया लिया बेस्ड ऑन 2011 एंड 12. ये रूरल एरिया जो है कंजम्पशन वर्थ पे अब डिसाइड किया गया. सो दूसरा है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ कंजम्पशन वर्थ, यानी अब इनकम का क्राइटेरिया जो है वो ले लिया गया. इसमें रूरल एरियाज़ में रुपीज़ 816 पर पर्सन पर मंथ ये फिक्स किया गया. और अर्बन के लिए इट वाज डिसाइडेड एज रुपीज़ 1000 पर पर्सन पर मंथ. यानी अगर कोई व्यक्ति जो ग्रामीण क्षेत्र से बिलोंग करता है, अगर वो 816 या उससे ज़्यादा कमा रहा है तो उसे गरीब नहीं माना जाएगा. उसी तरीके से अगर कोई शहरी क्षेत्र से बिलोंग करता है तो 1000 या उससे ज़्यादा अगर कमा रहा है तो वो गरीबी रेखा से ऊपर होगा. इसके नीचे वाले सभी गरीबी रेखा से नीचे माने जाएंगे. इसके आधार पर सरकार ने ये अपने डेटा जारी किए और ये कहा कि जो गरीबी है वो हमारे देश में काफ़ी कम हुई है. जैसा कि मैंने बताया 73-74 में द 55% ऑफ द टोटल पॉपुलेशन वाज लिविंग बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन, व्हाइल इन 2011 एंड 12 इट केम डाउन टू 22% only. But the notable economists and scholars have argued that the government is not providing the real data, because there is a problem in the determination of poverty line as well. There have been established so many commissions and reports have been submitted in this regard, that how the poverty line will be fixed and how the poor can be identified. The government is using monthly per capita expenditure as a proxy to income. So by using MPCE as a proxy to income, monthly per capita expenditure has its various limitations as well, because it collects the information of poor as a whole, and it cannot distinguish between those who are very poor and those who are poor. It cannot distinguish between the people who are in absolute needs and who are in needs relatively lesser than the others. And of course it only takes the criteria of minimum food requirements only, while there are certain other indicators which are very prone to for being poor, like the access to health and education as well. So on the basis of these scholars argued and have suggested also some alternative methods. Now let me tell you, यहाँ पर ये बताना भी आपको ज़रूरी है कि दादा भाई नौरोजी was the first person who gave the concept of poverty line during the British era. मिनिमम जेल कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग के नाम से उन्होंने जो है प्रिजनर्स पर स्टडी की और वेटेड एवरेज निकाल करके उन्होंने इसका ये दिया कि जो 3/4 कैलोरीज उधर ले रहे हैं तो वो पूरे उसके बराबर हो जाएगा। तो उनका एक कॉन्सेप्ट था जो दादा भाई नौरोजी ने दिया, जो जेल कॉस्ट ऑफ लिविंग के नाम से जाना जाता है, जो इंडेक्स उन्होंने बताया। और अमृत्य सेन ने इसके लिए एक अल्टरनेटिव्स प्रोवाइड किया है, जो नोटेबल नोबेल प्राइज़ विनर हैं, इकोनॉमिस्ट हैं, रिनोन्ड इकोनॉमिस्ट हैं इंडिया के। उन्होंने दिया है जिसे हम सेन इंडेक्स कहते हैं। तो सेन इंडेक्स भी जो आगे एडवांस स्टडीज़ की बातें हैं, क्योंकि हम +2 लेवल की बात कर रहे हैं, तो आपके लिए इतना जानना है कि कुछ अल्टरनेटिव मेथड ज़रूर बताए गए हैं, जैसे कि सेन इंडेक्स भी उन्हीं में से एक है। सो ये आज हमने देखा कि पॉवर्टी क्या होती है, हु आर द पुअर्स, the identification of poors, the categorization of poors, and determination of poverty line in India. So that's all for today's class. Thank you. Have a nice day.